we had Giriraj to the third power.
Ah.
Giriraj with the three, the small three, were here. And three infinites, three parts of the infinite. As Srila Sridhar Maharaj says, a part of the infinite is also infinite.
Yes.
And that's how he described Giriraj. So take a part of Govardhan, that is also infinite. It is also fully Govardhan. And it's the hot monsoon season where we have lots of flowers.
Ah, it's beautiful.
And the devotees are busy decorating here.
Right.
This is Lilavati from China. She lives here with us many years. She's chief decorator. This is our tribute wall, where we have Swami Maharaj Prabhupada, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and our Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharyas.
Try.
I send a picture of this to Janardhan Maharaj, because he's right here, and he's like, "What is this? What are you putting me on your wall for?"
Hare Krishna.
Yes, so we are here today and still celebrating Lalita Devi because it's Radhastami, and we know Lalita is the best friend of Radharani and is fully partial to Radharani. We hear Lalita Vishakha are the principal gopis. And we heard yesterday from Goswami Maharaj that Vishakha is a little more equipoised. She's not partial and has like equal love and affection for Radha and Krishna. But Lalita is way over on Radharani's side, completely Radharani's best friend, confidant, principal servitor. And our Guru Maharaj and Srila Sridhar Maharaj explained how she is our boss, she's our chief. We are in her group. And under her, Srila Rupa Manjari operates and does all her service in the service of Radha and Krishna in the younger group. But Lalita Devi guides and maintains that younger group under Rupa Manjari. So our line is very specific in that way, where we are coming to the lotus feet of Srila Gurudev and Srila Param Guru Maharaj and going in this direction under Lalita, Rupa. And Gurudev has said anyone coming to our Guru Maharaj, they're receiving entrance into this plane, into this group specifically. And we found when we celebrate this day with Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Maharaj that he would speak longer, he would get very specific, and really this Saptami was like his specialty. And he said it's more specific, it's more exclusive to us, to our line. And Saptami is more like world renowned, and it's a big festival, and it's Radharani's festival. But he'd give more emphasis to Lalita Devi's festival, saying that we're focusing in a little more to where our Guru Parampara is operating under her. And through her, we can worship and serve Radharani. So these days go together, and it's always sequence. We find Baladev appear, Baladev Purnima, then Ananta Shesh, who is Baladev, he's setting the scene and preparing for the arrival of Krishna Janmastami. Then we find Lalita Devi appears, and then Radhastami comes, preparing everything for that all auspicious arrival of Radharani. So there are when we hear the descriptions of our gurus about the service of Lalita Devi, it's really showing us what a super servitor she is and how she's prepared to give her full energy in this life and the next, and willing to take, I don't know, is it crores in the Lalita Ashtakam? How many births she's prepared to take? Infinite births.
Lakshayam. Kritadeha Lakshayam.
Just if that's what it would take to remove a drop of sweat at the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna, she would be willing to take that many births. So the extreme amount of self-giving, self-sacrifice for the least, a drop of sweat, the lotus feet of Radha and Krishna. So very extreme. And she is very magnanimous. We were remembering the words of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, how on her appearance day, she goes out into the streets with a pen and paper, and she's canvassing right and left, recruiting people to come into the service of Radha and Krishna, just randomly grabbing people on the streets, signing them up and engaging them for eternal service for Radha and Krishna. So that kind of magnanimous nature she has. And so beautiful, and so her character we know is very strong. The word Kamabhav that Dev uses to describe her, that contrary, haughty, little aggressive nature for the service of Radharani, and oftentimes chastising both Radha and Krishna. If they're doing something that's not going to be completely favorable for Radharani, even if Radharani is not doing something favorable for herself, Lalita will chastise her, but especially chastising Krishna. So, such an attractive character she has, and it's inconceivable in our present stage with this, on these days. They're so special, and we honor them with caution, with care. It's not a light matter. Nothing we say so casually. But on these days, we get a chance to take what we've heard from our masters and appreciate them and try to repeat them with respect and with caution, and just pray for mercy. It's a day where we have an extra chance to get their blessings. And we always try to offer some special foodstuffs. We remember hearing, this is a very important point, when Srila Sridhar Maharaj and Srila Gurudev went on Brajamandal Parikrama together. It was approximately 1950. And they visited all the holy places. And at the completion of Brajamandal Parikrama, Srila Sridhar Maharaj asked to Gurudev, which was your favorite place of all? And he said, Lalita Bhari in Uchaghav, the birthplace of Lalita Devi. He said, it felt like my home, and some extreme mercy came to me. I could see the Dham, and with you, speaking to Srila Sridhar Maharaj, he was there together with him, and he had an extremely divine experience, and so much so that he never went back, because he didn't want it to be any different or any less of an experience. He just cherished that moment and kept that as something very close to his heart. And so when we'd be with Gurudev in Vrindavan, he'd send the devotees and ask them to come with some prasadam from Lalita Devi's house. And that prasadam was always chapatis and spinach. And he'd always remember that, because, you know, Gurudev is the king of foodies, as I call him. All foodies, he's the king. He loves to eat. When we'd ask him, what do you like? I like everything. And like new things. He's always wanting to try something new. And so cooking and offering was a big deal. Anyone who knew Gurudev and who was there, like Chinmoy Dev Prabhu, remembers how serious prasadam time was and what a big deal. It wasn't like every day. And even remember, I was remembering this the other day, when Gurudev was unwell, he knew that I have to exercise every time before I eat. I can't just eat all day long, because you know, some movement must be there. So he'd have us push him in his chair up and down his veranda, remember? And that was considered exercise. Okay, now I can have a bowl of muri and some gur and some mustard oil. And then sometimes someone gets one arm, someone gets the other arm, someone gets one leg, someone gets the other leg, and move him. Remember that one? Moving all his limbs for him in his chair. Okay, exercise is done. Now I can take prasadam. So that was a big deal, and he never forgot that spinach and that chapati they offered to Lalita Devi. So we figured she must like spinach, and we offered that with our boga offering. And yeah, just one of those super special occasions that we bow our head and try to remember all the things that we've heard. And we were listening yesterday morning, the morning of Lalita Saptami, which was your morning today. We were listening to Srila Gurudev speak on this day in 2007 in St. Petersburg. And he's reciting the Lalita Ashtakam and giving his own unique interpretation, describing each verse. And it's so sweet and wonderful. I wanted to be able to write some of it down for this meeting, but I just didn't get a chance. We've been rushing around celebrating. And if you do get a chance, 2007, St. Petersburg, Srila Gurudev on Lalita Saptami.
Please.
And there's some Russian also, translation going on, but you can hear Gurudev's English very clear.
If you have something, I'd be.
I can send the link.
Please do, and we'll share it and we'll relish it.
Okay.
By your mercy. Are you there? I think we might have a connection issue, but let's see.
Yeah.
Lalita Didi? Hmm. Let me see.
I got the URL of the audio recording. I'll put it on the text box.
Oh, you already got it?
Yeah.
Hmm. How did Lalita Didi send it?
No, I did a Google search.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
I
So
thought she
Śrīla Govinda Mahārāj, Saint Petersburg.
Okay.
But this is apparently 2000. Yeah, this is 2006.
Yeah, well, we'll wait
Must
for the link from her.
Yeah.
She'll get, and then we can read it and discuss it. Well,
Yeah.
it's so beautiful to be able to have her association anytime. She's such a humble and high Vaishnavi. It's unbelievable. Her dedication, her surrender, her service to Gurudev is just phenomenal. And Gurudev himself, he was kind to everyone. He is kind to everyone, but especially for her, he pretty much said that she's my daughter. So, I mean, we're lucky to have whatever association we can of genuine Vaishnavas like her. So, if you guys want, then we can read from Divine Guidance and see if Lalita Devi comes back. Is that fair? Or
Yes.
Okay. So we have, this is from Divine Guidance, and in Divine Guidance, since the nature of the topic is so high, I mean, I have no jurisdiction. Oh, there she is. Can someone?
No, she's there.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
No worries, Didi.
I was in the sun and my iPad shut down because it got too hot.
Okay, yeah. It does that.
I'll remember not to do that again. Oh, nice to see. Nandarani.
Abha?
Where's Preeti? Preeti, show us your face. Your sweet face.
Abhaji?
There.
This is
There you are. I
and
remember Preeti.
look who's here.
Dhanvat Didi.
Dandavad Abadidi. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Happy Lalita Saptami.
Thank you. Happy Lalita Saptami Didi. I try and
Thank
catch
you.
a glimpse of you every time I tune into Infinity Media. So I try and get Madhusudan Maharaj's back to basics. And
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's a dangerous class because
Wonderful.
that's not back to basics. That's like a really high level class.
So I don't go on to
Yeah.
Zoom. I just go on some link and I see it. So I'm not caught.
And yeah.
Sure, that's fine. That's totally allowed.
And I saw
Anytime.
you. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm usually hiding from the cameras these days. I'm just letting my introverted side have a heyday and hiding in the back, staying in the garden.
So Preeti ji and Bikram are they're really just awesome to our congregation, and their little daughter Anika, she does such beautiful Sankirtan,
Oh,
and also she does Jai Dhwani. You ought to hear her Jai Dhwani.
really, Preeti?
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
But Didi, nice to see you after a long time.
You too. Remember I came to your house? We had a nice...
Yes, I do. Exactly, I remember. So where are you now? In California or?
No, I'm in Thailand, in Chiang Mai. We're a little out of Chiang Mai, and it's now Radhastami here. It's 9:30 a.m. It's Wednesday, and we're just preparing the temple room for Goswami Maharaj and Madhusudan Maharaj, and cooking a feast. We have, if I change networks, I could show you who's in the kitchen. This. If I lose you, don't give me again. Hold on. I'll show you our kitchen. Oh, and I didn't. How are you there?
Ava? वो kitchen
I
दिखा
just
रहे
want you to see Giriraj.
हैं गिरिराज के दर्शन करने में.
This is our Giriraj Govardhan.
Oh, beautiful.
Hare Krishna, Jai Giriraj. That's beautiful.
And lotus season.
Look at the lotus.
It's in Thailand. She's in Thailand.
कितना प्यारा है lotus. वहाँ monsoon हो रहा है.
हाँ उनका बिल्कुल इंडिया वेदर होता है इंडिया टाइम इंडिया वेदर.
Turn it up. You can see. Yeah. There we go. Yes, you can see. What's that food? What's that yummy? They're making
I'm just
prasada.
in the kitchen. And you can see who's there. Some familiar faces.
Yes, I've seen Gaur in the kitchen and Malika too. Pictures of them.
He's
Yes.
our main man. He is our head chef,
Ah, Jai.
festival chef.
Gaur Prabhu, he's proper Vaishnav.
And we miss our little Janava.
Yes. She is getting big now. Not little anymore. Okay. Okay, this is our kitchen.
I think the video got stuck.
The video feed is stuck a little bit.
Come on, say hi, you. The Thailand kitchen session.
And is daytime? Night.
Night, 9. It's night.
No, morning.
It's morning.
That's it.
It's almost like India time, just a little. Yeah.
Lalita Didi, can you hear us? Yeah, there we go. Now we can
Now
see.
we got it.
Now we got it. Got it.
Yay!
Oh, Haribol! Gaur, Haribol! Gaur, Haribol! Dandavad.
Yes.
Jai.
Later,
Oh.
delay. How are you?
Oh, Dev-Goswāmī.
Done with color.
Oh, Kalach! Hey! Babaji Kalachand ki jai! Babaji Kalachand ki jai!
That's Nandarani. Nandarani, you're halfway in the camera.
I was just wishing if I could have an Nandarani's cooking today.
Oh.
San Jose.
Join the club,
Yeah,
Kalachand.
join the club.
Join the club. Get in line.
There's probably a long line.
Yeah,
Yes.
to the back, buddy. To the back of the line.
I get to cut. I got fired. Now I'm a guest. Not a resident.
Stop dreaming.
Okay, we have to get back to work. Nice to see you all.
Oh, nice to see you too, Kalachand.
Happy Radha.
Lalita finish? Is Lalita going to speak more?
Who is this?
I'm just gonna sign out. Just giving you a little tour.
Dandavats Lalita Didi, Bhakti Lalita.
Oh, Divya Shakti Didi. Jai.
Hi, you guys.
It's David Priya and I.
Deva Priya. Dandavat. Dandavat.
Dandavat.
Turn your camera on.
Camera?
Yes, she
Our
wants to
camera
see.
is on,
Yeah, we can see them.
but we cannot see you, Bhakti Lalita.
Oh.
You can't.
वो दिखाया
I'm not seeing you
Your
either.
camera is not on.
You have to turn.
It is. I was giving a tour here. Yeah, for some reason we can't see each other.
Oh.
Bhakti Lalita.
Hello.
She can't see. She's doing
Dandavat.
Dandavat
I can
Didi.
hear you. Don't worry. I hear you.
All right, beautiful. Nice to see you all.
hear you.
Nice to see
And hear you.
Well, I'm gonna sign out now,
Okay.
and
Bye, Dandavat.
Beautiful on this holy auspicious
wish
day.
you all very happy holidays.
Dandavat.
Good to see you.
Dandavat.
Dandavat.
Dandavat. Shri Bhakti Lalita Devi
Jai
ki
Lalita
jai.
Devi.
Jai.
Hi to our dear most Om Vishnupad Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj ki jai.
Jai.
Maybe one more. Let's try one more thing for you guys.
Jai. Yes, please.
And Doya.
Just checking to see what the boss is doing.
Oh.
Oh. Jai.
Govinda, Govinda.
Oh, yes. That's it. Okay.
Madhusudan Maharaj is coming.
Govinda. Oh, he's not in this
Madhusudan
room.
Maharaj ki jai.
Jai.
I'm not seeing him right away.
Yeah.
कहाँ है? कहाँ चली गई?
Hold on.
Oh, Govind, oh, Madhusudan.
मधुसूदन महाराज.
उनका वही हो सकता है ना नॉकिंग गोविंदा गोविंदा
गोविंदा.
It's so dark right here, too. We can bring it somewhere lighter.
She's knocking on all the doors. Yes. there.
Oh, look who's here. Oh, Hare Krishna. Jai.
Dandavat Maharaj.
Dandavat.
It's Lalita Saptami.
Jai.
Yes, Dandavat.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavat. Dandavat.
A faithful followers of Lalita Devi.
Oh, it's so
Yes, you can say so.
Come here.
Jai and
We're blessed to have you, to be in your presence.
Prabhu.
Goswami Maharaj.
My phone.
Dandavat Pranam.
Hey, Jai.
You know where to get nourishment. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat Maharaj.
Dandavat.
And you have Bhakti Lalita. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Jai.
Thank you. I just wanted to give you guys that little extra bonus mercy.
So auspicious, so auspicious.
Thank you very much, Didi.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Okay, everybody. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Jai.
Bye. My Dandavat.
Dandavad. Dandavad.
Dandavat back to Lalita.
Dandavat.
Dandavad Didi.
Dandavat, Didi.
So,
Continue your Harikatha.
oh, this was sublime. This was, I don't know. After this, I was going to read from Gurudev's. So, but this is just sublime. I don't know if we'll read but and anyhow, what I've done is this is streamed live also on, as we're talking, it's on Facebook. So, it's there. If anyone missed anything that Bhakti Lalita Didi said, you can always go back and check. It's recorded and it's streaming. Divya Shakti Didi, you can watch it.
Okay.
So it's recorded on.
Jairam, why don't you recite the Lalitash to come and tell them what it means? And I'll watch it later on Facebook.
Well, I was just gonna read Gurudev's words, so I'm just gonna stick with divine guidance. I don't think I can handle all that right now, but I'll just read Gurudev's words, and I'm so happy. I'm overwhelmed by your mercy, and just so thankful that you're here to bless us, especially me.
You guys, I need all your blessings,
Hare
please.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Next time we got to get Jeev on here.
Yeah, I call her the HR lady, the human resource lady, and she's just so cruel.
Is she busy today? She can't join?
I'm not sure. She was on the list. She's always on the list because she gets everything that's happening, all the programs. She's always part of it. So she's working, I think, Didi, until 8:30. Yeah, Abba's telling me she's working till 8:30 or so. So maybe that's why.
All right. Well, for my Dandavats, I send her lots of bird stuff.
Okay.
Any birds, cool bird thing, I send it to her.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
Jai.
Love you all.
Jai.
Dandavad Didi. Dandavad.
Hare Krishna. Jai.
Dandavad.
Hare Krishna. That was so beautiful.
Where should I?
So good to see you, Divya Shakti Didi.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys all too.
Yeah.
I feel very fortunate.
Hare Krishna. So we were just going to read from Divine Guidance that I have from Srila Gurudev, and he's talking about the Dham, Govardhan, and it starts as a general kind of a lecture, but then how he just naturally gravitates toward Sri Lalita Devi, and describing her is just amazing. And so that's what I was going to read, and it's chapter 4 in Divine Guidance right here.
Chapter 4 in Divine Guidance.
And it's so beautiful because it starts not as specific as for Lalita Saptami. It just starts as the Holy Dham, an introduction and welcome lecture, and how it kind of gravitates toward Sri Lalita Devi is what is beautiful.
I'm so glad I got that.
Sorry, I forgot about the mask.
Oh, let me. I'm so.
So let me see here. Let me Arun Prabhu's not here. And by the way, just so that I just want to let everyone know, today happens to be Arun Krishna Prabhu's appearance day also. It's his birthday.
Jai.
Happy birthday, Prabhu.
Happy birthday
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Arun Krishna. Happy birthday to you. Yay!
Here. No? Acid,
It doesn't work when you have to.
Thank you, Didi.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Arun Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you.
Yay!
Delicious. What a beautiful
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Prabhu.
born on this Sunday.
Happy birthday!
Dhanavad, Didi.
It's just up to me.
Arun Prabhu is so instrumental in everything that we do here. He's just like my older brother, and he just is amazing. A true. He's a true Guru Bhakta, in life and in everything, and the non-duplicity that he has in his acharan is amazing. It's something to learn from for everyone, and I'm very happy and blessed to have his presence always.
Prabhu, under your association and everybody else, I feel very, very honored. So it's Gurudev's mercy that we are all here.
Jai.
And I'm so thankful.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
As Jeevan liked to say, thank you for being on this planet.
Ah, there we go. That's a Jivana line. That's a Jivana line.
Matcha. It's really
So he says, he begins with Srila Raghunath Das Goswami's. He says, this is Gurudev. He's saying, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami always prayed to Giriraj Govardhan, Nija Nikat Nivasa Dehi Govardhanatvam. And Rupa Goswami also said, Vaikuntha Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatrapi Rasot Savad Vrindaranyam Udarapani Ramanat Tatrapi Govardhana Radhakundam Ihapi Gokulapate Premamrat Aplavanat Kuryadasya Virajato Giritate Sevam Vivekinaka. At first we can see Vaikuntha Dham as being a very high place, but above that the more important place is Mathura, Janito Vara Madhupuri. Why? Because Krishna himself is born there. That is his Leela there. Narayana, though, does not take birth. He has no birth. He has no father and no mother, but Krishna has his father and mother. And that is within his Leela. And Vaikuntha Janito Vara Madhupuri Tatrap Rasotsavad. Better than Mathura is Vrindavan, where Krishna has his pastimes with the gopis. And over that place is the highest place, Sri Govardhana. Srila Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, Giridhari Gandharvika Yatha Krida Kaila. The most worshipful place at the foot of Govardhan is Radhakund. There Krishna and Radharani have their highest prema lila. One who has a little intelligence, he must try to stay in Govardhana, and if possible he can stay at Radhakund. Everyone though cannot stay at Radhakund, but they can stay at the lotus feet of Govardhan. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur said that we can stay at the lotus feet of Govardhan and every day go to Radhakund and serve Radhakund, Shyamakund, etc. The devotees will stay at Govardhana and render service in their Gopi Bhav, their transcendental service mood, form of a Gopi. The gopis also stay in Govardhana. The Sakhis and Manjaris stay in Govardhana, and every day for their service to Radha Krishna they go to Radhakund. In the night they do not all stay with Radha Krishna, only a few stay, and the others return to Govardhana and spend the night there up to 3 o'clock in the morning. Then at 4 o'clock they start their seva again at Radhakund and spend the whole day there. When Radha and Krishna go to sleep, they again return to Govardhan. At that time, only a few, like Rupa Manjari, stay for the service of Radha Krishna in order to massage their lotus feet and give them some nourishment. At night, they are engaged in their Leela, and the Manjaris also help that. But the Sakhis cannot enter that place. Only the Manjaris can go there at that time. Sometimes Krishna is tired and very much in need of a glass of water, but nobody can go inside at that time. Only the Manjaris can go. That is a very high thing. It is not a matter discussable by us, but it is happening. Ourselves, we will stay at the lotus feet of Govardhan and pray to Krishna, or rather Srimati Radharani. All the group at Govardhan are serving Radharani. They actually have no connection with Krishna. From Govardhan, they go to Radhakund and Shamakund and arrange many things. The Ashtakaliya Leela happens there, not elsewhere. And one who exclusively wants to serve Radha Krishna will think about these pastimes. But we shall not think of such things now. With our mundane body and mind, we cannot think about that. Dhamera Sarupa Spuribe Nayane Haivaradharadasi. Sri Bhaktivinoda Thakur said that while chanting, we will forget our body consciousness. And at that time, our main form as a servitor of Srimati Radharani will manifest. That is a very high thing. But immediately, we will not consider such things, because we are sure to make offense to Radha Krishna and the devotees. We say Vrindavan, but Vrindavan means all associated places combined. That is Vrindavan. Jaya Radhe, Jaya Krishna, Jaya Vrindavan, Sama Kunda Radha Kunda, Giri Govardhan, Kalindi Jamuna Jaya, Jaya Mahavan. All these places and more are included in Vrindavan. And in this village of Vrindavan, Krishna is engaged in many different types of Leela. In this place, Krishna Leela is going on in many areas. We are here in Vrindavan and praying that we may find somewhere for our Śrīla Sridhar Swami Sevashram. I do not know where Radharani will give us a place, but it is approachable only by prayer. We can only pray, please give some entrance. Actually, Radharani does not give entrance. Admission is granted by the Sakhis, the girlfriends of Radharani. Especially, we are in the group of Lalita Devi, and in that group, Rupa Manjari is the head of the Manjari section, and Lalita Devi is our mistress. Our prayer is that she will take us and engage us in service. We are very hopeful because Lalita Devi's mood is very open, something like that of Nityananda Prabhu. She is very affectionate with all, and she is the head of all the Sakhis. The Ashtasakis, the 8 principal gopis, are Lalita Vishaka, Chitra, Champakalata, Tungavidya, Indurekha, Sudevi, and Rangadevi. Lalita Devi is the leader of that group. She has a special group, and through them she arranges for maintaining the service to Radharani. She is the head mistress of our spiritual form. We are now in mundane bodies, so we will not think of that. Still, that is our goal of life. Therefore, we must worship that with our full regard, and we must not make any offense in the Dham. It is very difficult to stay in Vrindavan Dham. We must have an exclusive service mood to Radha Krishna, and that can give us some place here. By the mercy of Lalita Devi, through our Śrīla Guru Mahārāj and Rupa Goswāmī, it is possible to get that. And if in that way we try to see everything, then no problem will come to us. We are so fortunate that we have reached, by the grace of Śrīla Guru Mahārāj, Vrindavan Dham. Actually, Vrindavan is in the transcendental world, and we cannot reach that transcendental plane with our mundane body. But here we have some special facility by the mercy of Mahaprabhu as well as Srimati Radharani. We are like bees who try to take honey from a tightly sealed honey pot, but they may give us some chance to attach with that transcendental world. The pot is solid and the bees cannot remove the seal and take the honey. This is an example only, but still, from it we can understand what our position is like. The bees are on the outside of the bottle and our position is similar, but we are also so near the honey. We can enter Vrindavan Dham by the mercy of Radharani, but she is engaged with the service of Sri Krishna and she has no time to see us. But by the mercy of her finest, closest and topmost associate, Lalita Devi, we may gain a chance to enter. Lalita Devi is the leader of the group of Sakhis, the friends of Radharani. She is very merciful and can give us admission to Braj Dham, Vrindavan Dham. But here is one question. Do we want that or not? We hear about Vrindavan Dham, but we hear through our mundane senses and with our mundane feelings. Some essence, however, is coming through that and we express, we like Vrindavan Dham. But like Sri Harinam Mahamantra, Vrindavan Dham is also transcendental. If we want to enter there, we need some special mercy of Srimati Radharani through her associates. And we can only get that with our super hankering mood. Śrīla Rupa Goswāmī says, Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati kriyatam yadi kuto vilabhyate tatra lolyam api mulyam ekalam janma koti sukratera labhyate. We can do many auspicious services to the Lord, but that is not the cause of the real hankering necessary for service to Vrindavan Dham. We need to have the association of the associates of Braj Dham. Hear the Leela of Krishna and engage in Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, etc. With that kind of activity in our devotional path, inspiration can come to us, and by the causeless mercy of Srimati Radharani, that kind of devotional hankering can enter our heart. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati. It is very rare in this mundane world, but that is our super goal of life. We need it. We cannot touch that ecstatic Leela through our mundane body, but we may understand it a little through our perceptorial master's line, the Guru Parampara. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. The Supreme Lord, the embodiment of truth, consciousness and joy is Govinda, Krishna. He is beginningless, the origin of all that be, and the cause of all causes. That is his position. Nama Chintamani Krishna's Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddha Nityamukto Abhinnatvana Nama Namino. The holy name and Krishna are non-different. Both are transcendental. Therefore, through our mundane knowledge and mundane activity, we cannot touch that ecstasy. In the Upanishads, it is said, Nayamatna pravachanena labhyo na medhayana bahuna shrutena yam me vaishvranate tena labhyas tasyaisha atma vivranate tanum swam. The Supreme Lord is not attained by preaching, by vast intelligence, nor by knowing very expertly the Vedas. He is attained only by one who he himself chooses. To such a person, he manifests his own form. When from the upper level causeless mercy comes and touches a fallen soul, he can understand something is touching me, and that thing is very exalted and auspicious. An example is that if an ant is running past me and I touch it, the ant can understand it is being touched. All is under my control, not his. When I lift my finger, he thinks, oh, whatever came and touched me has now gone away. In this situation, he has no possibility to exert his personality. He has no free will to control the situation. Krishna is like that. When that transcendental knowledge himself comes down and touches us, at that time we can understand it. Otherwise, there is no possibility for us to understand. It is not mechanical. One possibility is there. Yam evaisha vranute tena labhyas. If we take shelter with our full unalloyed devotion to the lotus feet of Sri Krishna, then Krishna must be merciful to us. And that gives us some hope. It is up to the sweet will of Krishna. But in that way we can gain some position and enter into the transcendental world. Why are we doing other types of activities such as worshiping, etc.? It is our practice for devoting everything, including ourselves, unto the lotus feet of Krishna. In this way we are trying to practice. But Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharmana parityajya mam ekam saranam raja aham tvam sarva papaibhyo mokshashyami masacha. Totally rejecting all kinds of religion. Take shelter of me exclusively. I will liberate you from all kinds of sins. Do not despair. Yat karosh yad ashnas yad juhosh dadas yat tapasyasi kaunte tad kurushva madarpanam. O Arjuna, son of Kunti, whichever action you perform, whether general or scriptural, whether you eat, whether you offer in sacrifice, whether you give in charity, and whichever austerity you perform or vow you keep, all that you perform should be as an offering unto me. There are many shlokas like this. Another one is Devi Hayesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Dratyaya Mamayo Ye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite. This otherworldly, supernatural, external potency of mind composed of three modes of nature most certainly is difficult to cross. However, those who take shelter exclusively in me alone and who completely surrender unto me, they certainly are able to surpass this almost insurmountable illusion. Krishna wants full surrender unto his lotus feet, and if we do this, he will take our full responsibility. And when he takes us, our bodies will become transcendental. Diksha kale bhakta kare atma samarpana, sei kale Krishna tare kare atma sama. Sei deha kare tara chidanandamoyo aprakrata dehatan charana bhajaya. When the conditioned soul takes shelter unto the lotus feet of Shri Krishna, Krishna takes him and provides for him whatever he may lacks. He gives to him whatever is necessary, making him complete in that transcendental position. The main thing is devotion. A fully surrendered soul has no responsibility for himself. Manasa deho geho yo kichumora arpilum tuyapade nanda kishor sampade bipade jivane marane dayamama gela tayuvo pada barana. This is from Saranagati. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, whatever I have, everything, I am offering unto the lotus feet of Krishna. I do not know what I have, but whatever it may be, please take that for your service. From this day on, I have no responsibility for myself. You may maintain this body or not. It is your matter, not mine. I shall only try to serve your holy lotus feet. When the conditioned soul takes shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna, Krishna takes that conditioned soul as his own property. Raksa karive tuhu nischaya jani. Pana karavu ham yamuna pani. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says in Sharanagati, you must save us. It is your duty. I know. So what fear can I have? I can jump into the polluted waters of Kalia lake without fear. I can do anything. Here we can see the main thing, faith in Krishna. The faithful world, that is the real transcendental world. That in that world, faith is the very ground, the very foundation. When we live there with our full faith, we will attain the highest result of highest benefit in life. One example you may have heard, if a police officer chases some thieves but mistakenly kills someone, all liability for his actions, even his mistakes, goes to the government and not to the police officer. His responsibility is only towards capturing the thieves. That is his duty. This is the main point. After self-surrender, the result of what we do goes to Krishna and does not come to us. But that surrender must be perfect. This is the first quality of the conditioned soul. After that, everything depends on Krishna. And only he knows in which way he will take the charge of the conditioned soul. Through the pastimes of Krishna and his devotees, you can understand what is the will of Krishna and what is not. If you try to gain that knowledge and maintain your devotion within that environment, you will have no fear from anywhere. This advice comes within the category of our primary and secondary education. But the superposition comes by the mercy of the associates of Srimati Radharani. If we have super hankering, then it will come to us. Who has some special quality of hankering? Hankering for Madhura Ras, he will get it. It is true. Only hankering after that Leela can give us a little chance. In the pastimes of Śrīla Goswāmī, we can see Ashtabhiraira Amrita Sindhu Mayeh Kathanchit Kalo Mayati Gamitah Kila Sampratamhi Twamacheta Kripammayi Vidhasayasi Naiva Kimme Praner Vrajemacha Baroru Bakarinapi. Sri Raghunath Das Goswami passed his life some 80 years in Vrindavan Dham with this special type of hankering. He showed by his position and through his Leela how the mood of hankering can come to the Jiva's soul and in what a super way it can come. Srimad Mahaprabhu showed all kinds of bhav, including Mahabhav in this mundane world. He tasted it. Krishna himself tasted it. And the auspicious souls can see it as well as his paraphernalia and his associates. For the auspicious soul, everything shows him in which way he will proceed to his destination. Dasa Goswami says, I am only waiting for your mercy, O Radharani. If you do not give that, I think my life is spoiled in Vrindavan Dham. Even I do not want the mercy of Krishna. What shall I do with Krishna if your mercy is not present there? You are the supreme servitor of Krishna, and only under your guidance do I want that service. Without your connection, I will not get it. I know that. And it is 100% sure. Krishna has many forms, but Radha Sange Yada Bhati Tada Madanam Mohita. When you are with Krishna, we can see that Krishna is in his fully ecstatic form. Therefore, I need your mercy. My whole time I have spent for your mercy, my only prayer is, please give your mercy on my head. I need to serve your lotus feet. I do not want the association of Krishna without you. Such service to Krishna has no value. Krishna will not be happy without your service, and I want to do your service. Krishna says in the Shastra, Mad Bhaktanam Chaye Bhaktas Te me Bhakta Tamamata. My dear Parth, one who claims to be my devotee is not actually so, is not really so. Only a person who is the devotee of my devotee is actually my devotee. We can see many shlokas in Srimad Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavad Gita and other places expressing this point. So Śrīla Das Goswami says, Krishna himself is very pleased with the association of his devotees. Therefore, I need your mercy. Only this is my hope. One day I must get it. But I have passed my whole life here in Radhakund and still I do not have it. In this way, Śrīla Das Goswami is praying. His ambition is only to serve Srimati Radharani. And it is by the special mercy of the associates of Srimati Radharani that we may get that kind of hankering. Srila Narottam Das Thakur wrote in one song, Nittayra Karuna Have, Braje Radha Krishna Pave. Nityananda Prabhu can give us admission there. He can give us the passport. But only the associates of Srimati Radharani can give us the visa to enter that world, that faithful service world. So we pray to our Śrīla Guru Mahārāj. He is the non-different representation of Srimati Radharani. Acharyam mama vijaniyan na manyet karhichit na marta buddhaya suyet sarvadeva mayo guru. Krishna himself appears in the form of Guru, but when we will see the real form of Guru, we will then we will understand that he is the supreme servitor of Sri Krishna. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his Gurvastaka says, Yasya prasadad bhagavat prasado Yasya prasadanana gatikutopi Dhayan stons tasyasya trisandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Nikunjayu norati keli siddhai Yayali bhir yuktir pakshaniya Tattati dakshayadati vallabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. From these slokas we can see the position of Shri Guru Dev. Srila Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur said that if we realize in a higher way, we can see Guru Deva as Srimati Radharani. That means the supreme servitor of Sri Krishna. To gain that vision, we need the mercy of our Srila Guru Mahārāj. Without such mercy, we cannot enter the garden of reality, the beautiful, that transcendental world. By the mercy of Srila Guru Mahārāj, we are gathered together here and asking for the mercy of the lotus feet of Guru Deva. If Srila Guru Mahārāj with his full wave of mercy will break into our hearts, then we must gain admission within that transcendental world. Many times Srila Guru Mahārāj explained and praised Krishna Lila, and every time he would give us some clue. We must follow the service mood of Lalita Devi. Lalita Devi's mood is 24 hours a day continuous service. And such mood spreads throughout her group. Not only that, but all groups are enlightened by the service of Lalita Devi. So, it is necessary to get that mercy, and it is possible only by the grace of our Srila Guru Mahārāj, and not by any other way. This is because he commands the position of the holder of the Rupanuga Sampradaya. He is the super servitor of Lalita Devi, and that servitor is Srimati Rupa Manjari. Srimad Mahaprabhu gave charge of his Sampradaya to Srila Rupa Goswāmī. In this way we are connected, and we must one day fulfill our divine aspiration for that service. This is our only hope. Hare Krishna. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivarjakacharya Varrastotra Sata Śrīla Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj.
Jai.
So this was, he started off, as you can see, in a general way, the glories of Dhām, Govardhan, and then how he meandered, naturally gravitated towards Sri Lalita Devi, and that was so wonderful. So, in this auspicious day, we get to read the divine words of our masters. We get darshan of beautiful Vaishnavas who are serving all over. And with that mood, we go on. And we may not be eligible at this moment, but we aspire for it. And the heart cannot stop aspiring for something that beautiful. So we may not have it today, I may not have it today. I can't say about others, but simply the prospect, I cannot but be attracted to it. So if you give me a moment, we will have some Hari Harai, and then we can wrap up, unless someone wants to say or add or share something. Please feel free.
Well, I think it was one. See, Bhakti and share her thoughts and inspiration on this Lalita Saptami. That itself is very, very auspicious for us.
When is it starting? Yes.
Any moment now. Okay. Can you be a little closer? You're just too far apart. Just
Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Hari Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namah
Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namah
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohan
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra
Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra
Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Gadadhara Shri Prasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath
Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raghunath
Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Raghunath
Echai Gosai Kori Charana Vandan
Echai Gosai Kori Charana Vandan
Jaha Hoite Vignana Shabishta Puran
Jaha Hote Vignana Sabhishta Puran
Echai Gosai Jar Muitara Das
Echai Gosai Jar Muikaradas
Tansavara Padarenu Mora Panchagras
Tamsavara Padarenu Mora Panchagras
Tadera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanevas
Andhra Charana Sevi Bhakta Sanebas
Jana me Mora Eiya Vilas
Jana me Mora Eiya Vilas
Echai Gosai Jabe Braja Koilavas
Echai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilavas
Shri Shri Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Korila Prakash
Shri Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Prakash
Anand Bolo Hari Vaja Vrindavan
Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas
Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Padma Koriyas
Hari Naam Sankirtana Kohe Narottam Narottamadas.
Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Narottamadas.
Hariharaya Namah Krishnaya Davaya Namaha.
Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev.
Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar.
Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar, Jai Gauranga Sundar.
Jai. So, anybody volunteer for Jai Dhwani? Okay, go.
I did not hear her yet.
Jai Saprika Shishi Guranga Gandavar Govinda Sundar Giridhar Gopilaju Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Khan Mahārāj Parva Chakra Varya Sarada Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Sundar Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Khan Mahārāj Parva Chakra Varya Sarada Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Dev-Goswāmī Mahārāj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Paramhangsa Parachakra Varya Sarada Sata Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Pacha Gorki Das Bhakti Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Pacha Chattinananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Om Pacha Jagannath Das Bhakti Maharaj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Kirupanuga Gaurav Ki Jai.
Jai.
Nimacharya Sundar Haridas Thakur Ki Jai.
Jai.
Ananta Kuti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Baldeva Vidya Bhushan Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Vishwanatha Gurati Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Nur Dham Shama Manda Shri Vaishnachar Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Shri Lavindra Das Thakur Ki Jai.
Jai.
Das Kavraj Ki Jai.
Jai.
Naprasada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Naprasada Shri Anmana Prabhu Ki Jai.
Jai.
Jai Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Sham Kunda Radha Kunda Girdhar Govardhan Ki Jai.
Jai.
Deva Ki Jai.
Jai.
Bhakti Vigna Vinashaya Shri Nrsimha Deva Ki Jai.
Jai.
Bhakti Prabhupada Prahlad Maharaj Ki Jai.
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 Darshan Bhagavatam Chaitan Charmatra Ki Jai.
Jai.
Vishwa Vaishnava Varja Sabha Ki Jai.
Jai.
Chaitanya Mat Ki Jai.
Jai.
Sabkamat Ki Jai.
Jai.
Scott Mat ki jai.
Jai.
Jessica Mat ki jai.
Jai.
The Marpur ki jai.
Jai.
Vrindavan Prasad ki jai.
Jai.
Mother Jagdalji ki jai.
Jai.
Shri Govinda Kunda ki jai.
Jai.
Shri Shiva Gangraju ki jai.
Jai.
Ambit Vaishnava Mandala ki jai.
Jai.
Govinda ki jai.
Jai.
Sankirtan ki jai.
Jai.
Jai Govinda
Hari Hari Bol.
Sri Lalita Saptami ki jai.
Shri Lalita Devi. Shri Lalita Devi ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharya Brinda ki jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Sudhir Goswāmī Mahārāj ki jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Ranjan Madhusudan Mahārāj ki jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Vimal Avadut Mahārāj ki jai. Jai Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardhan Mahārāj ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. And our own dear little Anika ki jai dhwani ki jai. And Arun Krishna Prabhu, Shripad Arun Krishna Prabhu ki jai. And our dear panelist Chinmoy Prabhu ki jai. Devapriya Didi ki jai. And then Dibya Shakti Didi ki jai. Ava Didi ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. And of course Sangeeta ji ki jai.
Jai. Ava Didi ki jai.
Nittai Gaur Premanande.
And you guys get to
Hari
see
Hari.
Mercy on
Oh, Hari Bol, Jai, Jai. Jai, Gauranga Sundarji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, look, Gauranga Sundar. Abba. Hari Bol. Gauranga Sundar. Devapriya is there, she's showing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Deva, can you please move up a little bit the camera? Just a little bit up.
Up?
Just a little bit up, yeah. Hare Krishna. Gaur Hari Bol.
Sorry.
Gaur Hari Bol. Thank you so much, Devapriya Didi.
Sure.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Nice to see you, Devapriya Didi. After a long time.
You too, guys.
Good.
Dandavad.
Yep. Dandavad, everybody. Dandavad.
Oh, Dandavad Nandarani Didi, of course. Nandarani Didi ki jai.
So tomorrow, though it is Radha Ashtami, the Kirtan class will be on 7 o'clock.
Okay, wonderful. Jai.
Thank you.
Jai.
Bye, Dolly. That was so nice meeting Ki Jai, Dolly.
Yeah. Hari Bol.
7 p.m. 7 p.m. Am I right? The class?
7 p.m. Correct.
Yes. So Anika is thinking 7 a.m. But how can it take us 7 a.m.?
No, not 7 a.m.
Did you say Dolly? Said you Dolly?
All right.
Oh, simple. They were created.
All right. Let me do Dandavats into the stream and then I'll be right back. Dandavad.
Dandavad.